Welcome back to WWE 2K23 MyRise The Legacy. I am your host, Attack Slug, and last time my grand debut did not quite go so well for Princess Peach. We have Molly Holly, we have her Aunt Justine, and we have Liv Morgan, who was on that team that lost to Team Raw.
What was that about? I like to show off as much as the next person, but that was embarrassing.
I did my best. Here we go.
Sorry. I understand why you're upset, but I did my best.
You grew up learning from one of the most talented WWE legends in history, and that's your best? I did a better job teaching myself in my backyard. Don't expect this to blow over with the SmackDown women's locker room. The Raw women are gonna rub this loss in our faces for a long time.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't encourage backyard wrestling here in the WWE. It has to go through NXT in the Performance Center and whatever else. Or at least a school like Creator Pro. Anyhow, Justine.
Did you hear that pop?
What? The sound of my ankle popping or my career imploding?
Oh, how is that ankle? Or more importantly, how's that ego?
Ankle's okay. Ego? That's another story.
You really went for it out there, huh? Didn't hold back?
I got too carried away.
The WWE Universe knows I'm related to a legend, and I wanted to make my own mark, but I got carried away. Shouldn't have done that.
I've had enough coulda, woulda, shouldas to last me multiple lifetimes. It's not worth your time to live in the past. I wish I was medically cleared to fight. I would have decked Charlotte Flair for you.
What was that you just finished saying about the coulda, woulda, shouldas?
Oh, shush. One of the few perks of having a career-ending injury is getting to ask my niece to do as I say, not as I do. Since I, can't.
Right.
Listen, I don't want to leave if you need to talk, but I got word that WWE management wants to chat before we head out. Something about the buzz online, whatever
Buzz
that
where?
means. You okay?
I will be.
I'm not, but I will be. No one ever said this would be easy. Just gotta work out the kinks.
That's my girl. I'll find you in a bit.
And of course, Mighty Molly.
I can't say that was the debut we were hoping for.
I don't know what happened out there. I wanted to make a name for myself based on my own talent.
And you decided to do something showy. Took your eyes off of what was happening and let Charlotte blindside you.
It's not my fault, no man. It's a match. What happened to the match, happened to the match. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again. I got carried away.
You did. Remember, you're here because you're good. And you could be great. I wouldn't have any patience for Justine's brat, no-talent niece. But don't expect everything to come all at once. You could have gone out there and had a solid match, and that would have been enough, win or lose. But you bit off more than you could chew.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm a WWE legend. I'll do my best at damage control. You're already off to a rough start with management. They weren't thrilled that you decided against wearing the tribute gear. Although maybe I can spin that, since it wasn't exactly the performance they would have wanted to be associated with Justine's legacy. Actually worked out for the best.
Nope. They'll just associate it with little old me. I've already seen the chatter on social media.
Great. You're worried about social media at a time like this? Get your head in the game. I'll see you at SmackDown, and we'll take it from there.
And we go to the Blue Brand.
But what people forget is that for someone to win, someone else has to lose.
It is better to win, though.
Of course. Actually, speaking of winning, I have a few developments that Ruthless Digressions listeners will be thrilled to hear about.
Oh, care to share with those listeners or your co-host?
Like I told my niece at Survivor Series, patience, Robin, patience.
So Robin is her podcast co-host, and it's called Ruthless Digressions. That's pretty funny. We got Podcast Jones over here, but I digress. All hands on deck meeting with top management. Who knows how long that will go? Get settled, go to catering, I'll come find you. Welcome to SmackDown. Doudrop is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Cool. We have, look, Tom, if you're going to get a guy in your game, and you're going to name him Tom, why is it not Dr. Tom Pritchard? All I'm asking.
LJ, welcome to SmackDown. How you doing? I'm sorry that Survivor Series didn't go so well.
Yeah, not the debut I was hoping for.
Well, you're here now, and have your whole career ahead of you. Listen, I may just be a cameraman, so I can't help train you, but I've been with WWE long enough that I pride myself on knowing how things work around here. Happy to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, I've already played The Lock, so I know what all this stuff does, so Tom, I'm good.
Thanks, Tom. I think I have the info I need.
Fantastic. Good luck tonight, LJ. I'm certain I'll see you around soon.
Maybe you will, and maybe you won't. Do drop.
Hey! Welcome to SmackDown.
Thanks. You know, after what Liv said at Survivor Series, I wasn't sure if I'd be getting the warmest welcome today.
Oh, you won't be. But I have a different perspective than the rest of the girls. In fact, I'm actually usually pretty rude to the newbies because, well, I don't want them coming for my SmackDown Women's Championship, but I don't have to worry about you at all.
But if you're not aiming for a championship, then why are you even here? I want that title.
But I plan on coming for that championship.
Oh my goodness, you're hilarious! After your huge mistake in the Survivor Series match, I know that must have been a joke. I don't have to be rude to you at all. We can be friends.
Sure.
I think we're done here.
And back to Molly, no longer in the meeting.
So, I know I didn't exactly get the best start, but I've got my head on straight now and I'm ready to go.
That's great to hear.
What do you have for me tonight?
Now, here's something that's less great to hear. WWE management thinks that after everything that's happened, we should take a beat before we put the spotlight back on you.
It's okay, just start small. Just give me an opening contest against somebody, like...
Don't worry. I took your advice to heart. I'm okay with starting small, out of the spotlight. I'm not expecting to main event right away.
Good, because you won't be. I'm going to level with you. Backstage sentiment is not good right now. You may be a SmackDown superstar, but you've got an uphill battle if you actually want to be on the show.
So, my match tonight is...
Non-existent.
Ah.
But what can I do?
What can I do? I don't want to just sit in catering.
No one does. But this will all blow over. My advice until then? Find some way to make an impact. Be so good in the ring that they can't deny you.
But...
How am I supposed to do that if I can't get a match?
I said I couldn't get you a match on SmackDown. There are other opportunities to wrestle.
Main event.
Actually, I can pull some strings and get you on main event. You'll need to find an opponent, though. Most of the roster is pretty busy with commitments on SmackDown, and I don't have time to play matchmaker.
Pretty busy or pretty mad at me, from the sound of it.
Yeah, I may have heard those rumblings. Although, have you met Ava Moreno yet? She's pretty new to SmackDown too, and also would have something to gain with a good showing on main event.
Alright, start from the bottom. I don't think she wants to work with me.
We've met. I'm not sure she wants to work with me.
Neither of you have to work with anyone. You just have to show up and fight each other. Get her to agree to that, and I'll set up the match. If there's some sort of beef between you two, lean into it. No one said the match had to be friendly.
We fight on Friday nights. What's up, Ava?
Well, if it isn't little Justine. I would say I'm sorry how your big debut turned out, but I don't like to lie. What do you want?
Gonna cut right to the chase.
Let's cut to the chase. I want a match on main event. Molly said she can get me one if I find an opponent. It sounds like getting that exposure could help both of us. Are you interested?
Sure.
Great. That was actually easier than I thought.
Oh, but let me be clear. I want a match on main event, but not one against you. I want to make an impact here in WWE and make my matches count. It doesn't help me at all to defeat some jobber.
What did you just call me?
Fight.
If I wasn't perfectly clear at Survivor Series, I like people who've come up the right way and paid their dues. Not nieces who get handed special treatment because of what family they're a part of. And if that wasn't enough, I certainly don't like you after you proved me right and made a mess of things.
Regardless of what you think of me, I don't see how just sitting around and complaining is going to change anything.
I know as well as you do that no one else in the locker room is going to help you. You want a match with me? Prove that you have what it takes when you have to work for an opportunity. Pay some dues and stop waltzing around expecting special treatment.
I don't waltz.
We can agree to disagree, LJ.
So, who do I fight? Continue the story, I guess. Alright. Break all the legs, preferably the competitions. Management has it out for me. Shawn Michaels, again. Alright. So, it is what it is, and it do what it does in the doghouse. Alright, so another perhaps match with a flashback, or what's gonna go on here? I honestly have no idea. On main event, an unforgettable debut Raw 2002 unlocked. Alright, so Molly Holly, Cora Jade, Ava. Alright, I mean, look, if that's gonna advance the story here with Cora Jade, that's fine. But first, I guess, Ava.
What do you want? I told you my terms. Doesn't seem like you've paid any dues at all.
Okay, that's refreshing. Which means, hey Cora Jade, where's your skateboard? Let's go.
Hey, what's up? I was actually hoping to see you around here.
You were?
Yeah, I loved watching old clips of your aunt on the network when I was growing up, but it was so cool when you debuted at Survivor Series and made it your own. I'm all about that.
Would have been cooler to win. What are you doing at SmackDown? NXT 2.0 doesn't take up enough of your time?
Just doing some photo shoots and a little press. Honestly, it's been nice to be backstage at a show where I don't have to keep a lookout for toxic attraction. Not that I can't stand up for myself, but it's exhausting.
Sounds annoying, too.
Sounds pretty annoying, too.
They're just jealous. They may be hot and talented, but they could never do what I do. For one, they'd fall off the skateboard. Actually, I wouldn't mind some help getting them off my back. Would you mind coming to NXT 2.0?
You can barely skateboard. Alright, let's do that.
Not at all. It's not like I'm spread too thin with all my matches on SmackDown.
NXT 2.Youuuuuu. Sounds to me like we have a tag team match. Playa, holla holla. And so, we obviously are not going to fight, I would assume, Miss Mandy Rose, who's not there anymore, so there's that. But it is what it is. Princess Peach in the building. Here we go! And yes, she is hailing from Mustache Mountain, which is hilarious. Okay, my tag team partner, who even in the game is a little iffy there on that skateboard. Like, you know, that's, if you make a thing your gimmick, it should be a thing you actually do for real. Like, I don't get it. Just saying. You don't run to the ring, you do like Darby Allin and you skateboard to the ring when you can actually skateboard. But you also, on the same token, years and years ago, you don't ever want to tell Vince in a meeting what your personal interests are, because he'll make that your gimmick and it might not work out for you well, the goon. Alright, anyhow, Cora Jade in the building, bring on Toxic Attraction. And here we are with Gigi and JC, Toxic Attraction, doing their thing, and obviously no longer a tag team in NXT. But these games were never quite up to date. That's just kind of the nature of this business. So, get them to the ring here, and then let's get this tag team matchup underway, shall we? It's time to make it a win. But also it says use Cora Jade, and I'm like, the whole thing was to redeem myself, and now I can't even redeem myself. It's tag out. I might make some changes to this created wrestler. Like, it was just, I found it on the CC there, and I downloaded it, and I think the hair needs to be a little bit blonder, to be honest. So, I have no springboard, and I got to tag in Cora Jade, and I'm trying to get there. So, yeah, do that. Tag in Cora Jade. Okay. Here we go. So, let's make this a win, shall we? Rolls through. Kick to the mush. Now, it just says take them on. Oh, whiff. Does that mean, like, take them on and win? Lose? Does it mean I have to use Cora Jade? It's not really clear on the objective as such. So, a little bit confusing, but I don't think I have to be Cora Jade. So, I'm taking back in. If that's not what it is, that's not what it is. So, JC Jane, get in the ring here because Princess Peach gonna stomp ya. That's gonna be what it's gonna be. on this show today in this tag team match. I have no idea what her moves are, but I did change the finish and the sig. So at least there is that. And I changed some of the taunts to properly reflect a princess, you know, that kind of thing. So that's the deal there. But I do like that there were a bunch of these on the CC, but this one seemed much more like a, hey, we're going to interpret this character and make it a wrestler, instead of just, hey, we're going to make a direct, like, big pink dress type thing, which doesn't really work in a game scenario. So that much I do appreciate. Then Fisherman's a suplex. Didn't hold it. Didn't hold... Oh, the hot tag. That's fine. I'll beat up your partner too. Whatever. We do what we does on this show forever and always from behind on the face. Not her perfect princess face. Good God almighty. Rake in the face. Not wasting that. Sorry. Not happening. You can keep on keeping on. I missed the square. I got it. I got it. I thought I missed it. Where are you going there? Gigi, where are you going? You're going into the corners where you're going. And in comes the... Yes, sure. The hammer throw. No, don't go nowhere. That's not how we're playing this today. It is the deal. Butterfly. Suplex. Hold it. Rope break. Alright, look. We're almost at signature. And I want to bust out that mushroom stomp finisher. That's the plan. So, hopefully, I can get there. Now, will I win with that? Probably not. But, in the meanwhile, I can make the attempt at the very least. So, sure. Tag in JC Jane, and she can get smacked in the mouth, and then hit my signature butterfly, the royal suplex. And that puts her smack dab in the center, going upstairs for that world-famous mushroom stomp. Boom! From halfway across the ring. And the immediate, but that means, right, that means we have time to get into some of this business and make her tap. No, alright, so I thought maybe right after the finisher I'd get there, but unfortunately the head damage more than anything for Gigi, but not for JC. So 1 and a 1 count. Wow, she is very resilient. And now hopefully Peach will get some work done with her finish onto Gigi, as Cora Jade has signature. Just need to get to it at some point, which would be good for me. There we go. Signature. Sliced bread. Got it. Pinfall. Referee. 1, 2, in a victory. Alright then. A NXT 2.0 victory. Another one in the win column. NXT 2.Youuuuuu completes, and that wraps up this episode. The Great Liberator is here, Sami Zayn. So we'll see how it goes next time. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you then, and I'm out.